This is Katie.
And this is Patience.
And we're
Gummy Buddies.
Dude, we Gummy Buddies like really similar that time.
That was great.
We are one.
I feel so off because you started us off so weird, so now I feel weird.
I tricked her. I started and didn't tell her I hit the play button. Not the play button, the record button. I know things.
We have lots to talk about.
Mm-hmm. As always.
Breaking news.
Per the usual.
We're talking about our week. How was your week this week?
Gummy Buddy news. Don't sue us.
We need like phone microphones.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, for our Patreon, this is totally off topic, guys. Sorry. For our Patreon later, for our phone game we're going to do, I want to use stupid random objects that are not phones as phones. So that's the plan there.
Okay.
Anyhow, my week. Good and bad. Bad first. You guys, I'm so old. My knees are falling apart. I get home and they're throbbing and I'm in so much pain and it's horrible. And I've been waking up in the middle of the night with hip pain and everything too now. It's gotten worse. I'm severely sure that I have some sort of autoimmune, but I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that at some point, so whatever. Yeah, so that's the bad thing of the week is that I'm in just really bad pain from that. But good thing, because I was hurting so bad, yesterday I took this, I drew a really hot bath with, the foaming Epsom salt bubble bath and stuff, and it was the middle of the night, because I was, going to go to bed, and I was in so much pain, and I had already taken ibuprofen, so I went and I drew a bath, and it was, midnight, so nobody else was awake or around, and I brought a candle into the bathroom, and I shut all the lights off except for a candle, and my bathroom is, really good, because there's no windows in it, which I thought would be weird when I bought the house. I thought I would hate not having a window to, air out the bathroom, but I don't. Having a completely dark room in the middle of daytime is amazing. It comes in handy, if I have a headache and I want to go take, a shower in a dark room or something. Highly recommend. And that's my story.
Beautiful.
Thank you. What about your week? Bad, good, ugly?
I don't know which is bad first.
Oh, great.
I don't know.
I picked one bad thing. I think we need to limit the quantity of bad.
It's just been a rough week.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Tell me. How do you feel about this?
Therapist. I think some lady okay, so the doctor's office got mad at me today, and then the patient was extra mad. They didn't even try to calm them down. So I think when I got cursed out on the phone today, I was like,
was it somebody that's yelled at you before?
No. Never heard, it was a bunch of miscommunication, and it was not on us, this patient has no-showed us 3 times, and after that, we don't schedule them because of that.
Yeah.
And, it just turned into this big snowball of, anger, and, the doctor's office was it's your fault that this is happening, and we're it's literally the patient's responsibility to show up, so it just turned into this mess. And then, the good thing, my coworker bought me lunch. I think that was, really, really nice.
That is so sweet. I need coworkers to buy me lunch. I need to be a sugar daddy boss.
It's just that was, very sweet.
So, I feel in my line of work, in the place where women work, women in the workplace, I get bothered because a lot of times we'll prep. I'm trying to not say exactly what I do, but I feel I've said it before anyway, and I'm how do I want to keep this? You prep things. You're a prepper. Preparation H. Once I prep the H, I get so mad when people don't show up to pick up the H, and I waste my freaking H in time, and it's annoying. And it's so I had prepared 8 things. That's right. And I feel everybody knows what I do anyway, and I don't know why I'm being vague. But I prepared all these things from a hospital and then spent legitimately 50 minutes between all of the different steps we needed to do to get them ready. And the hospital calls and it's like, oh, you don't have this one thing? Never mind. We're just going to do all of it here instead. And then after I had all those ready, they just said, no, we're just going to do it here. And they just canceled it after we did all that hard work. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because we didn't have this one thing. All of that work we did was for nothing. Wow. I was mad because as a professional to a professional, it's pretty discourteous. And also, I don't know. In hindsight, like looking from a patient point of view, it was easier for them to just go to one place. I was just really irritated about it because I'm like, it just makes me think of all the times that we do all this work and then we do have a no-show and it's like, or somebody, this happens a lot. People will not get their thing and then I have to go in and they'll show up and be like, I'm here to get this. And I'll be like, guess what? I couldn't keep that thing ready anymore. I had to put it back. And then they're like, but I want the thing. And I'm like, well, too bad you didn't come get the thing. And I did all that work for nothing. So now you're saying you want me to do it again? And they go, yeah, but how long do I have to wait? Can I have it in like 5 minutes? And I'm like, excuse me? Your thing has been here for 10 days. 13 in some cases. And you couldn't come get your thing when we called you and we texted you and we emailed you and we sent a dove. You couldn't be bothered to come and get your thing? I'm so mad at you. And now you have the audacity to tell me I want it like yesterday and I want it like 5 minutes from now. And what? You mean I have to wait 15 minutes for the thing? Remember that one time I told you the lady called me from the drive-thru because she was so mad that she had to wait in the drive-thru. And then it was the thing that I had to put back that already sat there for 2 weeks. I understand. Now it's your turn to be my therapist.
I feel like I don't normally have like a lot of patient issues. That's like only the second time I've had it. It's mostly coworker.
Your name. There's such a joke for your name right there. I'm just
gonna... I hate too much. It's mostly like coworker based for me. Because they like, there's like too many fingers in the pot kind of thing.
Fingers in the pot?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You ever heard that expression? When there's too many fingers in the pot?
Cooks in the kitchen?
Fingers in the pot.
What?
Why
are we putting our fingers in the pots?
It's like, I don't know. That's just the expression that I grew up knowing.
Wait. Do it on the future previous. Like, I want to look up like the regional fingers in the pot.
Like
cooks
soda
in the kitchen.
Like soda and pop. Like, I feel like it's like that kind of thing. Like, we're just...
Pop? Oh. I thought maybe I misheard you and you're saying fingers in the pop. And I was like, what?
No.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. What? Like, stirring the pot is relevant. Lady fingers, have you tried them?
No.
They're cookies.
No.
They use them to make tiramisu.
You've
never had tiramisu?
No. Have not. I bought beignets.
Yes, we're excited.
Speaking of beignets, we need to continue on. I got some things to talk about with some beignets.
Ah, yes.
I just gasped really loud.
It's fine.
So we're gonna announce our winner for our Easter drawing.
No, not a drawing.
Not drawing contest. Dude.
Our Easter winner. Are you ready? Winner for the Easter contest is... Oh, I can only drum roll so long.
I'm gonna see how long you can go for.
Really? Just the whole episode.
Darkly Knighted. He's one of our friends.
Very old gaming friend. Not old as in he's old, but old as in a very tried and true friend whom we appreciate.
He submitted a lot of quotes about a lot of the episodes. So
yes. Our favorite was something referencing 9 inches.
From the 8-Day Bride episode.
So if you haven't heard that, check it out.
You can
Write it down.
Write it down. You can check it out at, we're on a lot of different platforms now. So Audible, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Yep. Check it anywhere.
Anywhere you get your podcast. And if you don't see us on there, guess what? Let us know. Email us at
gummybuddyspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. We're on the Instagram. My finger just cracked. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on everything. And we put lots of decent clips on TikTok, if I do say so myself. So please follow us there.
Our next fun thing we're going to do, we talked about it in our previous episode. We are going to be doing a June hidden word hunt.
Mm-hmm. So, what that means is we are going to post on our social medias, we'll blast it across all of our accounts, some sort of announcement of what the secret word is for our June hunt, okay? The first episode that releases in June is going to have this word in it somewhere. It will have that word in there one time. And the first person to reach out to us after that episode airs and DMs us with the exact timestamp of that word. Make sure you DM us. Don't just post a comment. Message us directly because you don't want to give the ghost away for other people that want to hunt for it. First person is going to get a special little treat. We're going to send it to them. It's not going to be a full-on big snack basket like we've done in the past because your girls are broke, okay? Patience just did a nasal spray while I was talking, and I think one of her eyes doubled in size. So anyhow, all right. I'm going to do this one more time, nice and quick and succinct here. June Hidden Word Hunt, first episode in June. Keep an eye out. Our secret word will be hidden in there, and the first person to directly message us the timestamp of that secret word, thanks for sniffing in the middle of my segment, it's fine, will get a special little treat from us. Stay tuned.
Why does that sound so mysterious?
I am a woman of mystery.
We're gonna clink. I am going to do a 15 dose again. I'm not going to the full gummy. The double dose she did last time was the full gummy. I'm not going to do that. I got like really nauseous and then like the room was very spinny. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go back to our normal one, especially since it's my turn to talk tonight. I can just be the conductor. I don't want to be like out of control of this train.
I'm trying to convince her to do a 3/4 dose because I feel like when she did double dose, I freaking loved it. Her and her fish. So cute. But she needs to go back to the old ones, so whatever, I gotta respect it.
I don't know what flavors tonight is. Something.
It doesn't smell like strawberry. It smells like
watermelon.
Yeah, if I focus too much on it, I'm gonna get sick because I've been nauseous all day because of my medicine. So, all right.
Clink.
Clink. Oh, that was a bad clink because
stuck.
All right.
Okay. We are back.
We finished chewing. Except for me, who didn't finish chewing. Oh!
I just spit it out.
I forgot I have to do that thing. It's time in the episode for this wonderful segment we like to call Previously on Gummy Buddies.
Nice.
Thanks.
We have
things. I have things. It's me this time. Okay. I'm just gonna rapid fire them again. All right. Are you ready, Capitan? I'm not chewing. I swear.
It's not me this time. Don't get mad at me, future Katie.
All right. First time on the agenda of Previously on Gummy Buddies. It's our first ever Previously on Gummy Buddies.
We will never do this again.
Patience.
I hate it. When we do an episode and we're going to talk about it later, we're done. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, 3 episodes down.
I want to see how far I can keep this string. Previously on. And then she just comes home with a shock on one day. It's like, she's going down. Is Alaska in the Arctic Circle? Well, as a matter of fact, according to the AI I'm ripping this answer off of, a significant portion of Alaska, specifically the far north region, lies within the Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle is a line of latitude at blah, 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 blah. The Arctic Circle crosses through Alaska along with other countries like Russia, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. So,
funny enough, I went on Snapchat. Me and TJ are friends with this girl. I think he went to school with her. And, like, we all know who she is. She's so sweet. She's, like, she lives in Arizona, and she's moving to Alaska next week. And I was like, what a place change.
Yeah, like, it is. It looks so beautiful there. I would love to go one day. It's on my bucket list. Especially to see the Aurora Borealis.
I would love that.
Although Alex sees it all the time. It makes me so jealous.
It must be nice to be Canadian.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is Salisbury steak, where was that invented from? Do you remember, Patience? Or do you want me to read off of your
I
notes?
remember.
Okay.
It was invented in 1888 by James H. Salisbury in, it's like Cornland?
No, that's where we live. Cortland.
Cortland, New York.
Yeah.
So in
And
the US of A.
you said, yes, there is a Salisbury, Missouri. It's only, Salisbury, Missouri.
Yeah.
It's only 4 hours from us.
Yeah, roughly. Isn't that cool? I think it'd be fun to, like, go visit some places that
Just
we
to
talk
be
about.
like,
We'll take a picture next to the sign
I
with a
definitely want to
Salisbury
go to
steak.
Villisca at some point. It's only 4 hours from the U.S. population. I can read your handwriting really well.
1563? Was that
Look
right?
at your memory in the
2020.
year, our Lord 20. Actually, that's more like the year of Satan because 2020 was not fun.
No.
My favorite part of Previously on Gummy Buddies tonight. Do tell us what made you decide to build a vegetable army base?
Okay, so I'm not good with the details, but we played Talking Points one night, and I can't remember, were we over Xbox?
Yes, so Talking Points is a mini game on the series Jackbox. It's a video game on Xbox and on the computer.
I feel like it was one of my first times doing it.
And Jackbox is a really cool, if you've never tried it, you should. It's really freaking fun. But yeah.
It's, so Talking Points, basically someone gives you slides and you gotta talk about it. Mine, I remember, was something with broccoli or something. And
you had a picture. Oh yeah,
it was some picture. I swear it was a broccoli.
No, you had it was because you get a prompt. So the whole premise of the game is you have to do a stupid speech, kind of like the minute speech game we did. But they give you like 3 pictures that you have to use in your speech, and you have to integrate them and use them to make your point. And hers was, tell me why, or let me explain to you why you should be joining the vegetable army.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That was her prompt. And then she had these stupid pictures with it, and it was just.
I was
Once
so
you play it, you'll get
passionate.
it.
I remember I was so passionate.
So persuasive.
And I was like, this is why you need to join. And
Mm-hmm.
I wish we would have recorded it, but
it was one of the best, but I don't have the
moments.
VOD. It was on Twitch.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You know what, though? When we say that and we reminisce about our old times, like, this is going to be that one day, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. That was really hippie of me.
We need to set up like a friendsversary.
I would love that. But remember, we went down that rabbit hole of trying to find what
I think we should just pick a day, though. Like me and TJ.
We could just look when we became Facebook friends, too. Can't we? I think so. Because that was, I'm sure it was shortly after.
I will dig.
Okay. So, as she does that, the time period that the Great Depression was in, that was the next item on our agenda, 1929 to 1939 are the years of the Great Depression. Lastly, New Year celebrations, like in the early 1900s, what did they do? How did it work? They didn't have the great ball. The great balls of fire. Bring me the ring of fire. Sorry. They celebrated more in Victorian times. Apparently, there was a trend they started of sneaking into people's houses and moving every piece of furniture and art from 2 rooms. I don't know why they say from, like, do they switch it, like, between the 2 rooms? I can't read your handwriting one. The ball drop started in 1907, 1908. In Times Square, wasn't even called Times Square till 1904. That is the end of Previously on Gummy Buddies. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. She's giving me a look. How long have we been friends?
I think it had to have been like close to this, but we friended each other on Facebook in October of 2017. In 2 years, it'll be 10 years.
Whoa.
I've known you almost as long as I've been with TJ.
That's crazy.
My 10 year is on Monday. 10 year?
We should just save that. We should just call it as official.
Is it 10 or 11?
I forget what Tyler too. I forget.
Our anniversary is 5/5.
Sometimes I forget how old he is, and I call him by the wrong age.
5/5/15 is our anniversary, so 10 years.
5/5/5.
So we're gonna
know
make it 10. Well, let's just do October. No one's birthdays are in October, right? Like we don't have any friends that are like in October.
I do, but you don't.
Okay, so let's just do like something that's like off the wall in
October 17th, you said?
Well, it was in 2017.
All right.
Let's just pick a random day. What's a
Wait,
day
it
that
doesn't. Oh, okay.
Calm down, Patience.
Okay.
Let's make it Columbus Day.
Let's see.
I want it to be, like, random. This is so hard. It's a day that we'll remember forever.
I'm a little torn on what to do because
I don't want it at the end. I want it at the beginning because Halloween's at the end and that's too much chaos to remember our friends' anniversary.
Do you think it would be easier to remember 10-10-17 or 10-17-17? 10-10-17 is
10-10
earlier. 10-10. 9-9. Sorry, it's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's not.
I like 10-10.
All right, we're going with it. That's so arbitrary.
I love us.
All right. Oh, I love us too.
Friends' anniversary. 10-10, and I'm gonna mark the year.
Yeah, I'm putting repeat every year.
That's so fun. Oh. That's so fun. I was thinking of something else, and now I can't remember. Oh yeah, so that was previously on Gummy Buddies. I was, like, totally listening to the last part that we talked about. Oh, okay, so my patience' topic is tonight while Katie's doing that on her phone. I will definitely mispronounce words. They are from another language that I am not fluent in, so don't take offense. Like when I order my quesadillas from Albelardo's. You wanna know what I sound like? I go, can I have a carne asada? Carne asada. I try to speak Spanish, but it's like almost not.
Oh, I gotta tell you a funny story about that. So I was leaving work and Jake was like, adios. And I was like, adios, hasta luego. And he goes, okay, I don't speak French, but I'll see you later.
Funny enough, Steve left today and he goes, adios, hasta
mañana, la vista.
Like, and he couldn't remember some word. And everyone starts laughing. They're like, okay, Steve gets all the Spanish people from now on. And he's like the least Spanish person to know anything. And he like walks up to the desk. He's like, don't take them serious. He's like, do not give me any.
Do not. I hate it when people send Spanish-speaking people my way because, well, our only Spanish speaker just left and transferred to a different store. And so now it's just me and I'm like, well, sorry, people. Anytime they go, oh, you speak Spanish? Because I'm so white. And I'm always like, more than all these guys. So, good luck.
We're screwed.
Yeah. Like, more than all these other whiteies over here.
You don't have your degree in it, do you?
No. My degree is in education, but not Spanish. That was going to be my major, though. I wanted to be a Spanish teacher for a long time.
I was going to say, because you get, like, bonuses for being bilingual.
See? That's how I got my job. Was because I could put that I was able to translate basic Spanish.
I can translate your mama.
Whoa.
All right. Are you ready? I need you to buckle up.
Yes.
I'm very nervous. Okay, I'm going to have Katie interrupt a lot. My topic is not that long.
I just started to write not that long under your topic.
It is like a page and a half. Very interesting, though. I think you'll enjoy the topic. There's not a lot of info on it.
So what you're saying is your topic's not that long, but it's average sized.
Yes.
Adequate. Like our peepees.
Will make someone happy, but not fully satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm okay with that. I could use just a little stimulation. Don't tell that to Tyler.
All right.
And be like, I thought you didn't want it tonight. I'm fine. I think I'm at a 0.5 already.
Okay. Let me set the setting for us. Picture this. 19th century Paris, France. It was the first scene for the first public projection of a motion picture. People would visit to experience the... I'm already mispronouncing words. Commerce, art, and technology it had to offer. Which takes us to a cafe. But not your typical one you would think of with a croissant and a coffee.
Nacho typical restaurant. Sponsor us.
Is that an actual place?
Nacho typical restaurant. It might just be an Omaha thing. Never mind. Fine.
This is gonna kind of jump a little bit.
Jump around?
So you gotta kind of...
Okay. I'm here.
As you walk up to two wooden doors, with a devil's mouth bearing its fangs from above, you see a man at the door. And as he opens the door, he says, "Enter and be damned.
Wait, is it like a funhouse style entrance? I'm picturing like a funhouse with a creepy face that you walk into.
In a sense. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like.
Ooh, okay.
Once you're inside...
Like a real picture?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
Once you are inside, you sit at a small black table. And as you look around at the arched ceilings, you notice demons reaching down to you. And their faces smiling and screaming.
Ooh.
Welcome to... I'm going to mispronounce it. Do you know French?
Very, very little.
Cabaret
Cabaret
du affaire.
Cabaret du affaire.
Something like that. I'm not French.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I will show you the entrance for this place. This is what the front of it looked like.
That's very similar to what I pictured. The sculpting on the outside of the building is really cool. It's almost like gargoyle-y, but not. It's got a picture of like, The Haunting of Hill House. Do you know how like there's all the little children things like sculpted into the walls? They're like Eleanor, like that very intricate sculpting work on the walls.
Yeah,
it's got that all on the outside of the building.
I believe it was made of like plaster cast. Obviously this was these
Plaster
pictures.
of Paris. Previous on Gummy Buddies. We gotta look it up. Plaster of Paris.
We I hate that the pictures are from way back then because there's no color. Like I wish I could see what the colors look like, but
$10 million says AI could colorize that sucker in a second.
Here's another picture of it. It's very neat. It's a different like
So it's a place where they do, I just want to guess what it is. Is it like a fun house? Is it a place where they do seances? Is it a place where people get murdered? Is it a place where they make hard candies?
It's a
cabaret sounds like a dance hall, but I'm assuming it's not.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
I don't know the right word to use because it's not technically a fun house. It's like I don't know. So that one that I showed you a picture of, I'm going to reference as hell. Because this is it's in translation, it means hell.
Mm-hmm.
In November 1892, by Antonian Alexander, it was demolished in 1950. So I'm not gonna keep saying the French words, but the hell was made, and then Cabaret des Cieux, which is sky meaning heaven, was built next to it. So there's a hell, and then there's a heaven. So heaven was right here. This is what the heaven one looked like. It was right next to it.
Ciel.
So you could go to either one.
Ooh.
And I'll describe what they look like. I have a few pictures of the insides. There was actually a third, but I have no pictures of the third one, which we'll get to that one. This is like a recreation, like if they did it in modern times, I believe. Like this is what it looked like. Like what it was meant to look like. So,
do you like my picture of it?
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You could not walk quietly past these cabarets. I don't know where the third one was located. It didn't quite say because they were all on like kind of like a strip, kind of like Vegas.
Why couldn't you walk quietly past them? Did you have like strong gas when you were?
I think they were just in such awe because it was such a unique thing for. I mean, we're talking Victorian times.
Okay.
I mean,
it's pretty scandalous to have a building that's just like, hell, come on in. So.
It is described as putting Dante Inferno's poem within walking distance. Ooh. Funny enough, I've always wanted to read Dante Inferno, and I started to while I was doing the topic, so I was like, this is interesting. For anyone that knows, like, doesn't know, Dante Inferno is a poem written in, like, the 1300s.
I thought it was a full-on book.
It is.
No? But it's in poem format. In verse.
And it's describes like the 9 layers of hell, and there's like the Divine Comedy.
Are there 9? Or is it 7? It's 9?
It's either 7 or 9. I thought it was the 9. Fact check, patience. Previously on Gummy Buddies. So these were like based off of like it was kind of like that theme.
So it was written when?
I think in the 13th century.
1200s? That seems.
I'm pretty sure Dante Inferno is like it's one of the oldest books.
when was the earliest written word?
I know when I was reading about it, they were talking about how it was written in Italian, and then it was so versatile that other languages could pick up on it and then made into their own or something like that.
And the author was actually named Dante, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dante Argagila. Argagila?
Argagila, you say, Dante.
Something Italian, and I don't know why I can't think of it. But yeah, it was neat to like read. It was actually kind of interesting. I got to the canto. I got to number 4, and then I had to stop because I was leaving work. But it was really interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'll second that. And third it.
These were considered tourist attractions.
Tourist? You pronounced that weird.
Tourist?
It's weird because Frankie Alvarez did that on the podcast I was listening to today.
Tourist.
Like he said tour and you just said tourist. I would think it's tour and tourist.
Tourist.
Ford Taurus.
Don't go down this rabbit hole with me. So they're considered tourist attractions that use
the great attractors, you say.
Attractions that use mystical
Either way.
mystical illusions and magic tricks. So, however you can kind of picture that, that's kind of like what it was.
Are you ready for me to interrupt you again? As soon as you said mystical illusions, total random sidetrack, I thought of those misting lamps that were really popular in the 2000s. And they were like a glass bowl that was foggy and that had a basin of water in them with a tiny little mister with a little cap on it. Just like the cauldrons for Halloween, but they had light changing and the bowl itself was like a smoky, frosted look with different color changing lights on it. You could get the bowls in different colors like purple and blue. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Dude, you need to look at this.
Wapachoo! They came out when what? The inflatable couches?
They were like the same era as like all the inflatable stuff when that became popular, inflatable furniture. Like little animals for like carnival prizes, or they do you could get like an actual inflatable chair, inflatable couch. It was like a big thing in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah, and then I made the comment of we should have inflatable furniture in our little studio apartment.
Like we would totally pop it the first time we sat in it. We'd have like a pen in our pocket and it'd be like,
that is true.
Also, not as fun. Like, they looked cool, but they were squeaky and loud, and when you wanted to relax on it, your, like, sweat on your face would want to stick to the plastic, and it just wasn't not a good cup of tea. But definitely a 2000s thing. Do you remember, like, a weird trend from your childhood as far as decor goes? Not, like, toys necessarily, but, like, just an aesthetic that you were like, yes, I need this.
No, because I was so young. I think of more kiddish things because I was a kid then.
Well, okay, not
like
2000s, but say, you know, just a random trend that you were always jealous of with other kids' rooms, like posters all over the walls. Gosh, teen heartthrobs, posters of like Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Justin Timberlake. That was the thing. And you know what? I did not want them. Nope.
Katie, we're so different in age
I know.
that like I believe in that time I had a Powerpuff Girls bedroom. Like
yes.
we're talking about we're talking about different ages.
That's the Mojo Jojo guy, right?
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo.
Mm-hmm. It was like my top like show I watched.
I never really watched it, but yeah,
love it.
It was kind of like my childhood did have some Powerpuff Girls in it. Heck, even Danny Phantom, my sexy man. He's mine, everybody, just so you know. Hands off, back off. Claimed. Danny Phantom was like...
I wonder if the voice actor is still alive.
I honestly have no idea what the voice actor even looks like at all. Don't know who he is, what he looks like.
What if he looks like Danny Phantom? Danny Phantom.
He's a phantom. He's a fantasy phantom.
Oh.
Dude, I just heard about, like, the celebrities with their, like, ghost sex. Like Lucy Liu, and how she claimed that a ghost came and screwed her.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've heard of stories of it, but like them to being like the succubus and things like that.
How cool would it be if a ghost came and just gave you the best lay of your life? Oh, it'd be so good. No batteries required. Just a Ouija board. Jeez.
Back on track.
Back on track.
Magic tricks, illusions, things like that. Antonian wanted the theme to come alive. Sorry. I'm with it. Let's level check. Burr, burr.
I'm a 1. Solid 1. Yeah? You get a 1 too? She's nodding her head like it works really well for a podcast that you just listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a 2 though. Like maybe a 3.
Okay,
I'm like
calm
really
down.
like starting to lose it up in this noggin.
That's a good thing.
Because I'm rereading things and I'm like,
You're like, I already said that. This does look like it's the inspiration for fun houses, though, in carnivals. It definitely looks just like the energy. Energy? Why'd you stick your tongue out?
Maybe it is. Previous Uncommon Buddies. Is this like a start to the fun houses? Like, is this where it kind of was created? How was the fun house created?
And why do they call it fun?
It's not fun.
It's not that fun.
Oh!
What?
Hold on. Okay. Oh, when we come back, we're going to continue talking about hell here in a second. I need to tell you. No, this is serious. I need you to focus. Okay. Last night I went to bed. Did I see you before I went to bed?
Am I going to need to clip this out?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Did I see you before I went to bed last night? Did I talk
Briefly,
to you?
Briefly in the kitchen we talked about things.
Okay, so I went to bed. Mm-hmm. And I was so tired. I just wanted to go to bed. So we get the kids in their beds and we go to lay down. And I remember I fell asleep on my right. I normally sleep on my left. So me and TJ are facing each other. And I remember I fell asleep. And remember how I told you I've been seeing like the figures again. Mm-hmm.
I woke started up. Your new medicine.
I have not started my new medicine. I woke up in a panic. Like I remember my chest like hurt because I was like freaking out. Mm-hmm. Saw 4 people standing behind TJ. And I could paint you a picture of exactly what they look like. And I'm still, like, when I talked to TJ while I was at work today because I was so scared.
Aww.
And I was laying in bed, and he said that he had to, like, calm me down because I was just, like, hyperventilating. And he's like, it's not real. It's just a dream. Like, go back to sleep. And he was, like, petting my hair and, like...
Aww.
And when I woke up this morning and I got to work, I was like, can you tell me, like, if I was saying anything? And he's like, no, you just woke up, like, scared. And
was it, like, for full-grown adults? Was it, like, a family standing there?
It was a... I'll paint you the picture. I assess it.
Okay.
So...
let's make ourselves scared tonight. That's great.
There were 2 taller ones in the back, and then 2 smaller ones in the front.
Uh-huh.
And they were African American.
Okay.
And they were, like, probably after the Civil War era.
I'm going to tell you it's a dream right now, because where we live is the whitest place you could possibly find.
It's so weird. So, they were dressed in, like, that post-era clothing. Like, he had been, like, working on the railroad. Like, I could see him in his,
Patient, stop.
Stop. I'm scared. I'm freaking myself out.
Stop me. Have I told you this story before? I'm going to freak you out.
I'm going to freak you out.
And it involves the railroad. Okay. It's not with here where we live. Did I tell you the story about my sister?
Which one?
Sarah.
Okay.
And when she was younger, like Colin's age, I don't know, like 13, 14, youngish, but she was the oldest out of us. She used to wake up in the middle of the night and see people standing there in our doorway. My dad would always leave our bedroom door cracked open so he could make sure we were going to bed. And she always saw the same people. Mm. And she would wake up and I vaguely remember her like being scared and crying and stuff like that, but it wasn't always. And I slept through this because I've always slept like the dead. Whatever. She used to see a man dressed in Civil War era clothing. He wore a black suit. He was a white man. He wore a black, nice suit. Think just like Abraham Lincoln, but not Abraham Lincoln. That same style, like beard, face, everything. Right? Sometimes there was a woman standing next to him in like an old-timey dress. And sometimes there was like a man, a woman, and a child. It was various groups. Sometimes the father, the wife. You get the picture.
Yeah.
And the first time she ever woke up, she thought it was my dad. And she like said something or she ignored it and she lay back down. And then like she woke up again and she looked and she noticed it wasn't my dad. And she said she was like frozen in utter, every time she saw them, she said she would like freeze in utter terror. And she would eventually like put the covers over her head or something and eventually go back to sleep. So this happened over the course of a long time, a year, 2 years, whatever. Happened for a long time. And then one day it just kind of stopped. She doesn't remember when. And they didn't look menacing. They didn't do anything. They just kind of watched.
Ugh.
Yeah. So fast forward, my sister has children, gets married, becomes a grown woman. And one day she's in the New Lenox State Bank. And she's cashing her check and she looks up. And who is on the wall in a picture frame but that same family? With a caption that said they lived north of the railroad tracks and they were a wealthy landowner of the time.
That's so weird.
She said she freaked out and left the bank, and she like, I don't remember, I think she might have had a picture or something like that, but legitimately saw the same people she had seen over all those years right there on the bank.
That's so creepy. I hope I don't experience that. I really don't want to.
I think it's so cool. I love it. She swears, and I asked her, I was like, you're making this up. This sounds like something out of a book. And she goes, Katie, I swear I'm telling the truth on everything. This is the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. I swear to you, I'm not making this up. And I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it, you know? But I still, it gives me goosebumps, especially because the railroad tracks and like what you said. So I apologize for interrupting your story. But
it's
oh my gosh, if you guys who are listening have a really good ghost story, please send us your personal experiences with the paranormal, because Patience and I love that crap. We'd love to read it.
I don't know, like, so I was like scared to talk to TJ about it because I was like, maybe I sound like I'm freaking nuts,
crazy,
like, and I was like,
as you usually do. It's fine.
And I was like, what if I start talking about it and then I have like more, like I get
you probably
more
will,
more. And like
they're just recurring characters in your dreamscape.
Why am I dreaming about post-Civil War families?
Why not?
I mean, I have plenty of other things to be dreaming about. But it, like, seriously, like,
we could do a recurring series on our weird dreams. Like,
if we could write a book.
If we kept dream diaries, we could do randomized episodes where we go over our dreams. I think that'd be super fun.
The weird part about this is it didn't feel like a dream. Like, it felt real. Like, they were actually there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they didn't speak?
No, I opened my eyes and they were all behind TJ, and that's when I just freaked out, and I remember I just closed my eyes and I went back to sleep, and and that's when TJ said he was like trying to like comfort me. Like,
TJ's like Wendigo skinwalker thing too is a creepy story.
I think the crazy thing is like, you know, when you wake up from a dream and you're like, oh, what a silly dream, and like you could tell that it was a silly dream.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like it was so real, because I didn't get that, oh, it was just a dream. Like, normally I can tell when I have nightmares, but... To
be fair, though, when I do have a nightmare, it takes me a long time to be like, oh, it was just a dream. Like, in the moment, it does feel so real. And then in retrospect, it almost like it's like your memory softens it into more of a dream over time because it's, like, protecting you.
I wish you could... You know what? I think it'd be so cool. I believe that there's, like, sci-fi movies on it, but if we could hook our brains up to a machine... And then it could like project the dream. Project the dream that you're having.
I've said that before. We've said that before. Mm-hmm.
It'd just be so interesting.
I think it absolutely would be great. So embarrassing. A lot of times. Super embarrassing.
For Katie? Oh yeah.
Yeah. But also weird. Just weird.
I just think it'd be so cool.
I would think it would be so entertaining to watch though. Or like, ooh, if somebody animated your dreams, like you do a little series and then, hey, future audience, if we happen to become famous, can somebody please start a little like animated TikTok series of our clips when we tell weird stories.
Love that.
I love that so much when I come across those. It always just makes my day.
So let's level check. Definitely a 3, maybe a 4. I feel really good.
I'm a solid 2.5 to 3.
I think we will get to snack time by the time I finish this.
Lately, I haven't been wanting to commit to whole numbers. Like, I want a spectrum. I like the decimals. Maybe I am a 3. Let's round that puppy up. Okay.
So, back to hell.
Back to hell.
Let's go.
We're already there.
So,
in this economy. Am I right?
Let's go back. Okay, so you walk into the gates of hell.
Picture it.
You're in a chair. You're sitting down at the table.
Uh-huh.
The waiters would have been dressed in devil suits. Don't laugh. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
A visitor from 1899 once reported that the jargon used inside the cafe was oddly unique. They would say a customer would order 3 black coffees spiked with cognac?
Cognac.
That. What Katie said. And it would relay to the bartender or like the person 3 setting bumpers of molten sins with a dash of brimstone intensifier. So like,
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, words hard, but that's I got it.
3 setting bumpers, molten skin something
of molten sins with a dash of brimstone intensifier.
Dash of brimstone, a pinch of phosphorus.
So that's kind of what hell looked like. So, I mean,
that's weird.
And I showed Katie
so
a picture.
Was it a restaurant then?
It's like magic tricks, illusions, and I'll get to the illusions in this next part.
Okay, I'm getting it more. It's like a show you go to. Yeah. But with drinks or whatever.
Yeah. So
got it.
The third one that we haven't discussed yet. Welcome to Cabaret de Nuit.
Is it
Nuit?
Hang on. Okay, hang on. I want to guess. How's it spelled?
N with the E having the
okay.
A-N-T.
Now?
I love it. Sure. Sounds great.
Parisians Noël.
I'll never forget her.
If we were in Sam's
If I ever was a lesbian lover, it would be that's how you can get me. It's the accents.
She spoke fluent French and she had an accent, and then she saw your name and she spoke in French, and it was the sexiest thing ever.
It was just we were so
I was jealous.
I was taken back.
We were. That was an experience, yeah.
Like, whoa. That's how we signed up for the Sam's membership.
I think she orgasmed.
That's how we signed up for the Sam's membership.
Yes, we were lesbian lovers for the Sam's membership. Come to find out, you don't need to pretend to be in a couple relationship. You can just sign up as 2 adults, but we went in fully prepared. We're like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We're both, you know, of the range of bisexuality. Let's just play this up. We're a couple. We've known each other a long time.
We say that all the time when we go out together because we're like, I bet people think we're a couple. Like,
yep.
I would believe it.
I would believe it too. If I saw us out in public, I'd be like, oh, look at them. They look so happy.
So, say it one more time.
Oh, I don't even know what I just said.
Oh, well, that. So, it translates to the cabaret. The cabaret? Whatever. It means nothingness.
So limbo.
We're going into the limbo, the void, the in-between, where mortals live.
Why did they call it a limbo stick?
Previously on Gummy Buddies. Alright.
Do you think it annoys people when we're always like, previously on Gummy Buddies, and they're like, but I want to know now? Or do you think they don't care?
Yourself. Jeez.
People, stop the podcast. If you stop it right now. If you don't want to wait, go and Google it and come back and rejoin the cool people that joined us next week on Previously on Gummy Buddies.
So, at the nothingness place, where a sinister irony was expressed, but not with angels and devils, but with mortals and death. At this location, by aid of mirrors, customers would be made witness to decomposition of the bodies.
What? Wait. Of actual bodies?
I could not find if they were real.
What?
I don't know if it was illusion.
Illusion. You said it earlier and I let it go once already, so.
I don't know. That I'm not positive of. where the tables are coffins with a single burning candle at the end.
Ooh. So people were just drinking their whiskey on these coffins, or...
You could go in there and order a meal.
These sound like bar/show.
The diners were at liberty to seat themselves and served what they desire by a mournful waiter dressed like a mute with a long... It says crepe. C-R-A-P-E. Hanging from his hat.
Interesting. The creepy paper.
Okay, so I can show you some pictures. I'll have to go and find them. Rumor has it that the chandelier was actually made of real human bones.
Ooh.
And it's like a skull with think of, is it Victorian? Where they have the candles. It's like that, and then they're all connected with different bones.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I just finished a book series, and this book series, you don't know it. It's got a chandelier made from human bones in the very first book of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I read it, I was like, I bet it's not real. But when I looked at the pictures, they look pretty real.
Patience wants to go to the catacombs so bad. I would love to travel with you. I think they're close. I think they still have some little areas, but I don't know if they're fully closed off or not.
Dude,
I got to go to them. I showed pictures to Patience before. I can English. I think I'm starting to get towards a 5.
It's fine. Ooh, I can't look down and read. I can't do that. Sorry. It would have pictures on the walls of gruesome battles and executions. And sorry. All this paid tribute to setting the stage. A young man would enter dressed in black and deliver a speech on the agonies of horrors of death. As he pointed to the pictures around the room, they would light up. So he would look and it'd light up. And within those pictures, they would start to turn to skeletons.
Wait. Oh, that makes me think of the Halloween 3D pictures when it's a normal portrait and then it turns to...
That's the original. That's what we're talking about. This is the original idea.
Oh.
But they did it with mirrors.
That's so macabre.
It's so cool. I gotta show you the diagram of it. Because it's the original drawings of how this worked.
Okay.
So those pictures, they would start to turn to skeletons. Then they would go to a second chamber where there was no smoking allowed. Because back then people would smoke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the atmosphere had to be, it was essential to making this work.
Okay.
Sorry, I've lost my spot.
It's okay, I'm playing with my balls. My squishy balls. Because I got my squish.
So this one was, as you enter this chamber, it's all black. And at the end of it, God, sorry. And I'm really losing it.
You enter the chamber upstairs.
And it was black.
Air, important, smoking.
Yes, no smoking. It was all black.
But you're smoking hot.
Oh, thank you. So it's black all around, after they get into the second chamber. So imagine the whole room's black.
Got it.
And you're looking straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
At the back of the stage, you would see a coffin standing upright.
Okay.
In which one of the audience members would be chosen to be put in this coffin.
Ooh, first ever buried alive show.
Could you actually do that?
Easily. We should sign up for that haunted house where they rip your teeth out. It'll be fine.
I'm good.
That's my work every day. It's fine.
Okay, so one of the audience members would be chosen and they would place him inside of this.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have to make the head position just right in a certain location. So they would use boards or bricks to stand people up if they were too short.
Uh-huh.
They would always choose the perfect person to be in it.
Please tell me someone's head got decapitated because they mismeasured or something.
The burners would illuminate his figure. He would then be wrapped in a white sheet. And as spectators would watch, he would gradually dissolve or fade away and inside would a skeleton appear.
Ooh. That's a pretty cool magic trick.
And then they could, like, I forget the part. Something happens, and then he will, like, slowly fade back in.
Super cool.
Love it.
That sounds like a really cool
book I read about
Please tell me modern people recreated that somehow. Or that there's, like, a modern version of this.
I email.
How long did this go for?
Well, it got... I think it was only, like, 30 years, maybe 20? I'm not 100% sure. Because they ended up selling the street to a supermarket that was growing, and they tore it down.
Freaking Walmart ruining everything. I mean, wait, no, it was there. So it was Walmart. I sounded like the SpongeBob narrator.
Is there a Walmart? Are there Walmarts
Target
in other countries?
Yes, but I don't know if they're called Walmart or I think they're called something else. There's ones in the UK, I believe. I kind of don't want to previously income anybody's this because your girl doesn't want to know anything more about Walmart than she already does from having worked there for way too long. I don't work there now. Don't stalk me. Actually, yes, I do. I work there in the deli. Anyways.
So that was nothingness.
Nothing.
I just thought...
It wasn't nothing. It was something you did.
I think
Good
it was
research.
Cool. I really like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about one more.
Okay.
And we're going to go to heaven.
Oh, we're going to die?
When I watched... Or when I was looking at some of these pictures, this was, like, by far, like, really, like, eerie and weird.
So there's, like, a lot of real pictures of all this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So, in the front of this, it was painted white and blue to represent, obviously, the heavens, and it was decorated with angels.
Mm-hmm.
The atmosphere inside was provided with harp music, a master of ceremonies playing the role of a priest, and selection of plays centered around themes involving the depiction of the joys of the heavenly afterlife. Sorry.
Tell me everybody doesn't go through a phase in their life where they want to learn the harp. Like, do you just look at a harp when you see it being played and you're like, I want to pluck those strings. Like, look at them. I want to finger them. I want a harp so badly. Would I actually learn how to play? Could I? Am I that skilled? Absolutely not. But you can't tell me. How cool would it be to just brag and be like, oh, I just play the harp. No big deal.
Let's just go to a local church. They have to have a harp, right?
No. They're expensive and there's not that many in the world. That's why it's so cool. They're a more rare instrument.
That's it. We're not learning a new language. We're buying a harp.
Dude, I would be so down. I just found a guitar for $50 off Amazon.
I wonder what the difference is.
Pink.
Sorry, I got really close. I wonder what the difference is between a lute and a harp, because a lute just looks kind of like smaller, but I know the strings are more tight. Not a lute. Think of it. Picture this. Greek.
You're thinking of the L-U-T, an L-U-T-E like that.
Yeah, not that. But
Okay.
that's not what I mean. I'm picturing it. So it's like U-shaped with like a bar across with string.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And like they hold it and they just go like this and they just strum it.
There's an L-U-T-E and then there's the...
Not the lute that I'm thinking about, like if we play Dungeons and Dragons and like there's someone with a lute.
I know what you're talking about. I thought it was just a lap harp. I think it's called a lap harp.
That can't be that expensive. Lap.
My father has a little miniature, I don't remember what they're called.
Like $2,200 for like a giant ass harp.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You're harping me around.
But how cool would it be? There's so many pretty harp thingies.
That'd actually be really fun.
Okay, but if we do learn a new language, I kind of want it to be French. A U-shaped harp.
That's what I was thinking of. Not.
No, wait. I think what my dad has is a lap harp nowadays. A bouzouki.
Well, you know what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
All right, so pretty harp music, blue and white paint. Are there sexy men there?
Somebody came visiting from like another country. And they like could see through the window of like what was going on, and he's like, this is like the weirdest, like worst reflecting of the heavens. Like, it was like they were not happy like with what they saw. So inside there were like different sections. You could only seat 30 people in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like pictures of it, and people like don't even look like they're having a good time.
Really?
So in one part of the hall, there was a giant golden pig where patrons would bow and make the cross sign. And then
That sounds sacrilegious.
there's like angels everywhere inside. But then he was talking about, I can't remember. I'll have to see if I can find the article. Really, that's all it was. Like, there was probably other things like that happened similar to like what happened in the nothingness, but
people chose different ones, but they didn't like. I'm assuming they would kind of tour all three.
I mean, if you'd want to. I mean, maybe people didn't want to go into the hell.
See, you'd think you'd start with the limbo, the death, and then move to heaven or hell.
Would you ever like want to visit any of these?
This sounds weird and intriguing. I'm a big, believe it or not, as much as you like zoos, I like museums. I just haven't had the opportunity to go to too many museums.
Museums. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I want to show you some inside pictures. They're a little.
You're going to show me pictures of your insides, eh?
It's pretty dark in there.
Check out our Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke for now.
What if they like
unlock that with being the $1 million subscriber?
What if that was like an actual
Dude,
thing?
what if we could afford the little camper studio I want?
Okay, so you're gonna have to zoom in on this one, but
Okay.
this is what the inside of the nothingness looked like. And that's the human chandelier. That's like supposedly.
That's not real. That's cool though.
I think
Look
it
how
looks
big-
real.
Look how, if you look at the size proportion of the skulls to the people's skulls. See, it's like
Maybe it's
quadruple.
like closer though, because they're. I
Doesn't
don't think
look
you. I
closer.
feel like you can't tell depth.
the
perception.
waiter. His little hat. Did you want my sister? Little, this is so 50s, 40s. What year is this supposed to be?
This is the.
Now.
What did I
Cabaret
say?
du Néant.
Did I even say
Paris Montmartre.
the 18th century, 19th century? I don't quite remember what I said.
Boobies. To be or not to be. So it's definitely post-Shakespeare, I'll tell you that right now. And it's definitely after the invention of electricity. His little Annette hand towel. If I become a waiter, if I have a sex change and become a waiter instead of a waitress, I want a cool hand towel like that and a suit. There you go. Very cool.
I'm gonna show you the. Sorry, I gotta find it here. Beep beep. Oh, I wish I could find the book that where how they did the illusions. It was really neat to like read how it worked. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The secrets.
Big secrets.
Secrets don't make friends, patience.
Okay. Anyways, we'll just cut it there.
That's the lamest ending ever.
Well, I
want some better ending.
because I asked you my question. I asked you my question.
Okay,
which
I
was
need
the
a better
ending.
tone. You could be like, and that was blah, 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 blah. Not okay. We'll just end it there.
It's
Come on, come up with a more creative ending to it. I believe in you. Kill it the way it deserves. It's the Cabaret de Ciel de Nuit de Infierno.
You're losing me. I'm gone.
End it. Kill it with
kill
kindness. You just held your phone up to your
I know. I was trying to think of something clever. Like I was hoping something would just like pop out
of your phone into your head.
Let me double check.
Okay, speaking of double checking, we're gonna have to level check. That was a great topic. I'm just gonna spitfire a couple questions about your topic, and then maybe afterwards you can quiz me a couple questions and see how well I listened.
Okay.
All right. Where did you come across this and see it?
So how you find your topics?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Pinterest,
Well,
mainly.
mine is on. Instagram, I'll always get these like weird facts ones, and then I'll just follow up
Facts ones? You sounded more accent-y with that than you blame
Sorry.
or accuse me of.
So that one, I've just been finding a lot, like going through TikTok, and it'll just randomly pop up these cool things that I want to like look at. So instead of looking at them for my own enjoyment, I look at them for the first time so I can do it for the podcast. So it's me hearing it for the first time kind of thing.
Okay,
so it's nice.
Cool.
Not something like I actually knew.
Mm-hmm. I like it. And then, so how did this all shut down? It got bought out, but it didn't. There's no tragedy or tragedy.
No tragedy attached to it as far as I know, but it was...
So this is just, your topic was just, hey, there's this weird place with this cool weird themes.
Yeah, there's this really cool... Because to me, it's cool.
Whoa, okay. How many times are we going to say that we're cool?
I think because it's like one of the first things that ever was, like, first started. Like, it was so unique. And then when the supermarket bought it, it all got destroyed. And one of my questions that I had was, like, I wish that they could rebuild those things in modern times so we could experience for the first time like they did.
I feel like somebody had to have tried if it really was popular. But it definitely, you can't tell me there's not magicians now that don't use that as inspiration for tricks of their own or do a trick as homage to it. Another French word. That was loud.
Magicians, but there's illusionists. And I'm like, obviously, like, that has to be, like, one of the first
Would you rather be a magician or would you rather be an illusionist?
Illusionist.
When you learn to pronounce it, you can.
Stop
I also would rather be an illusionist. It sounds so much more majestic than just a magician.
You sound so mysterious and like you don't know what I can do.
Am I an illusionist?
Superpower.
Are you getting Viagra or are you getting hydrocodone? That's my new job.
Oh, you wanted a level check. Or did you have more questions? Sorry,
No. I'm good. I think this is a great time for a level check. I feel, before we even say our numbers, we're going to say our numbers at the same time just to see if we're on the same one, because I feel like we're on the same level.
Okay.
I feel like you and I are pretty spot on right now. And if I'm wrong and we don't have a pecans moment, it's okay, but we're going to do it. Ready? Level check. And we're going to... Well, how do we do this? Okay. We're going to go... I'm going to give you the count of 3, and then we're going to say our number. All right? Okay. That's how we're going to do it. This took way too much thought. All right. 1, 2, 3.
7.
5. Oh, no. We're not on the same level. No. But I feel like we're pretty similar, though. So I think we're just numbering them differently.
I'm definitely ready for sex.
I'm ready for the toilet. I have to be so bad. I'm ready for my date with this sexy throne.
I think I was nervous about this topic because I wanted you to like it.
Oh, it was really interesting.
I wanted to try to give you something that you've never heard of either because
I had not heard of it. I've seen a picture like it, but
I'm so upset that you knew the Northwest Passage. So I'm like, I gotta get.
Oh my gosh,
fresh
girl!
And clean.
That was your Dyatlov pass. That was your Dyatlov pass because you were like, ooh, and then
my Dyatlov pass one, I didn't know like any details. I just knew these people were like stranded. So the same way I found this topic was how I found the pass.
But still, like, just knowing that it exists, that's also a big part of it. Like, the fact that you got to tell me about something that I've never heard of, it gives more enjoyment to you. Like, if you know it's brand new information. I'm quoting something, but I can't remember what. All right, this is a great time. Are you ready? You make the fun noise, even though I'm going to put one in there anyway. I mean, like in the show, not in there.
This is the best I got, woman. So, we're back from snack time.
We are indeed back from snack time.
I'm high. I like, now that I've sat down, I'm
it's nice though, like
high,
a
Katie.
good level.
I'm high. I can start drawing fishes again if you want me to.
I miss fish patience.
So
She's
level check.
Level check. Burr, burr. I'm a solid 7.
Oh, honey, I don't think there's a number.
We've gone to plaid.
I'm gonna be so honest. I have not experienced this kind of high, and it's great.
What?
It's almost like when I felt drunk, but I'm high, and it's great.
Ooh, I like
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There's music.
Tacos.
No,
Oh.
you just heard that music, right?
I heard it from back there, like TJ laughing or something.
It sounded like it was coming out of my headphones.
Oh.
Oh, that was weird.
Crap,
I'm freaking myself out.
Level check.
Level check.
Seven,
We did level check.
I had no number.
Yeah.
Back on track.
Plaid. Reviewing
We're
snacks.
Pecans?
No.
Okay, I'm at a good high. Good high.
Goodbye. Bye, people. No.
All right, the bottom contender was a brookie that TJ made.
Yeah. Boo.
Love his intention, but did not slap.
You didn't make the cut. Bye.
What was okay? So then,
I can't stop.
We had the beignets. Last time they were level 10.
It was a level 6-5 for me.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
Yeah.
I think there was too much moisture that got to them because they were
and
so
I think
hot.
there wasn't enough. Like, for me, it seemed like they were kind of dry. Not dry, but like kind of dry.
And then our reigning champion.
Our reigning champion is now the Abelardos.
Wait, a new winner takes the crown.
Oh, dude.
It's a crown race right now.
We're going to keep track of our snack ratings, you say.
That's smart. So, Abelardos. I got a carne
I left
asada.
my pen in the kitchen.
The carne asada quesadilla.
I left my notebook in the kitchen.
No. Do you want to write mine?
You would let me write in your notebook.
Girl, I'll share anything with you.
Even your heart.
Even my heart.
But seriously, I need a heart rate thing. Can I have
I'm so gonna buy you a ring one day, like just as our like sister
oh
friendship.
my gosh, that's
I
such
would
a
love
good
to
idea.
have one.
Wait, what if? Okay, for our first friendversary, okay, we're gonna do a thing. I'm gonna buy you the ring that I think you would want, and you're gonna buy me the ring you think I would want.
Okay. I would so wear a ring around all the time. For you.
Then what if we lost our friendship and we had to like take off our wedding rings? It'd be so sad.
We'll get new rings all the time.
Wings.
Maybe, but if that's like 5 years down the line, we would have different interests of a different ring that we would change. So I would
change it every year. That's kind of
after
like
like milestones.
We had to make it. Okay, we need to make a rule for it though. I'm totally thinking on my own track here. I'm sorry. Pricing. We gotta establish what, like, no more than $75 or whatever, like no more than $50 even, and that's the parameters.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta confine ourselves because it wouldn't be like, say one of us got like a really elaborate one, the other got more of a simple. Like we gotta get on the same track. So price wise, establish that. Less is go time. Doing it.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna write down friendversary rings.
I love that.
I do too.
And the fact that you'd wear a ring out and about with me. People are going to be like, oh, well, like, what does that ring represent? I'm going to be like, my best friend.
Yeah.
More like sisters. Snap,
love
snap,
it.
snap.
I
love. That's such a great idea we've had.
It looks like I put friendversary Ringo. Rings.
Oh, yeah. Abelardos. That was so good.
You know what I'd like to insert? You know what I'd like to talk about here? Okay, Katie, get your topic out before you lose your freaking mind.
Your random thought?
I want to do a random... No. I want to insert word association. Just for a little session of it before we go on to the cards. Oh, the random thought. Holy crap. Patience, I'm so high. I'm losing track. Conduct this caboose.
What's your random thought of the week, Katie?
My random thought of the week is depressing, so I don't know if we should go there. It was... I gotta say it now. Is the only reason I'm a good mom because I got boys, and if I had daughters, I would be a horrible mom to daughters and treat them differently than boys.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was my thought of the week. I was like, man, I wonder how different our lives would be.
I've heard a lot of people say that, like, girls are harder than boys, and now that, like, their kids are growing up, I can see it.
I can see it, 100%.
I think I would be a horrible girl mom, to be honest.
I think about having a baby girl, like... I can't wait to have grandkids.
I know, but...
I just said that.
Okay. No,
so
you're
old.
not. So, my thing is, I would love it for all the outfits, but you're making a mini you. Katie,
Can't you just rent a baby? I mean, why can't we just go and rent people's newborn babies?
We could run a daycare and people pay us to watch their babies.
I could see us being those freaky people that buy like a realistic little baby to play with.
No. Did I ever tell you about the time when we had to go for Levi's heart appointment?
No. Oh,
So-
no, you did. The lady in the lobby who lost her baby and it. Oh, it was so sad. No.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We got happier pastures.
Okay.
We're moving on.
That's our random thought of the week. So we're going to do how well you know me. How well...
Your random thought of the week? Do you have one? Just throwing out the opportunity.
Potatoes. Red, russet, or yellow? I've been loving the yellow potatoes lately.
In D&D, Dan made all the potatoes for me. When I casted potato, he set up a marker, wrote 100 potato types, and then I had to roll a D100 to pick which potato got cast.
Oh,
It was the most thoughtful thing ever, because that was one of my favorite spells. And now that I think about it, it's so sad. I'm back to sad, because I'm thinking about how we just had our last session, and I didn't change into a tree, and I didn't cast a potato. And it was really sad, and I could have done that, and I could have used my beast form to talk to animals, and now I miss my character. Happier things. Maybe we did.
How well do you know me?
I don't know, pretty well. Give me the cards.
All right, we're only going to do a few each, and we're going to go from there.
All right, I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah, and then we skipped some that were stupid, too, is what we did.
Okay, so we're going to do how well do you know me? We each have our cards.
In the movie of my life, who would I want to play me?
Oh.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of your answer, too, though.
Oh, I know exactly who I'd want. For you? Okay, is it your opinion, like who I think you would pick, or who I would choose for you?
Let's do both. Okay. So for you, I know I'm getting it wrong, but my closest guess is the actress from Vampire Diaries. Because I just ISS'd you, like, being her.
Yes. That's what it is. Yeah. Nina Dobrev. Don't disrespect her.
I'm so happy. But, like, the way your eyes are shaped and everything are vaguely like hers.
She's like one of my, I would like want her to play my character.
Dude, I can see it. Like, I could picture myself sitting right next to her.
For you, I cannot picture who you'd want.
See, my instinct goes to who looks like me, which is Kate Winslet. Which I don't look like Kate Winslet, but I'm like saying the closest celebrity.
I don't know who that is.
Kate Winslet?
Mm-hmm.
She was on Titanic. You know my story, though, right? Like, about why it is embarrassing to me that people compare me to her?
Mm-mm.
You never knew that story? One time in dance class, my dance teacher was like, it was the end of the day, and we're all sitting on the floor cross-legged in our black leggings from dance class, okay? And all of us kids are in a group. And we're doing, like, we do wind-down stretches, and then the teacher talks. All right. So my high school teacher, she's like this really outspoken, exuberant person. She was like, who do we think here looks like a celebrity? And then everyone's like talking like, what? And she's like, yeah, do you ever just look at somebody and you see a celebrity and you're like, that looks like that person? And she goes, I'm going to start. I think Katie looks like Kate Winslet. And I was like, and I didn't have any friends in that class either. I just danced by myself. So the reason it was embarrassing for me, actor Beat Red, is because that is the person that everybody in the world has seen completely naked. Yep, she was completely nude in the Titanic. You saw her full nude body, and it's like, everyone here has seen this celebrity naked. And you cannot tell me right now that in everybody's heads, they're not like picturing me naked as Kate Winslet, being like, I don't know. I was like,
I'll have to look up a picture of her.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would have chose Emma Watson.
Oh,
like,
that would be a good
her,
one.
like Beauty and the Beast. And she was like that.
She's so pretty. I'm not worthy of her. Okay. So, Kate. Granted, she's freaking gorgeous. But that's what she looks like. And at the time, I had my hair red, like very vivid red. So I don't think there's a resemblance there, but other than Chappell Roan, who I've been most recently compared to, I don't know. I can't stop seeing Nina Dobrev when I look at you. I don't know.
Interesting.
Is it your...
'Tis my turn, 'tis mine. Mine.
I kind of see it, like...
Ugh.
Her eyebrows are very distinct. I like her better here.
Mm-hmm.
So you assess her, and I'll assess Nina Dobrev.
I'd like you better.
Oh.
What's the most courageous thing I've ever done? Put your used ones, like, over here, so we know.
Please do not flush your used cue cards down the toilet. Put them in the trash can. Thank you.
What's the most courageous thing I've ever done?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just pulled out half my hair is what I did.
I don't know something courageous that I've done. Well, we went to the haunted
You
house high.
You recently took a bite of a food that you knew you wouldn't like. I don't remember what it was, though, but you were like, I'm just going to do it. I'm trying new things. And you just took a big old bite, and usually you'd not be brave enough to do that. You're not good with trying new foods. So I think that's the most brave.
Yeah, but I feel like it's changed because of what I've worked with. Mine was like going to the haunted house high because I never wanted to do this out in public.
I'm realizing how lame mine was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
No support.
What's your most courageous thing? I just took my sock off and I'm sad.
Okay, this may sound stupid, but like me, granted you paid for most of it, but like when we scheduled the girls trip and I took care of like arranging like where we would go, and when I set up all the whole schedule and like figured out what we were going to do over there for our girls trip, like that was pretty brave of me because I don't like making travel arrangements. So, yeah.
A lot of pressure.
It is. Like, what if I pick something that other people don't like or that's boring?
But I know you and I would like.
We're the same persons.
There wasn't much competition. So, for you, I would say your most courageous is when you went on that date night with Tyler and you wore your dress.
Oh, thank you. Cause it was a short dress, and I do not wear short skirts, short dresses, nothing. Short shorts. Who wears short shorts? Not this girl. So, yeah.
I think that would be your most courageous.
All right. Next card. If I were a superhero, who would I be? I thought of the movie Mystery Men. You don't know it. Never mind.
Nope.
It's an old movie. And never mind. It's a long story. It's fine.
What kind of Who?
Who?
There's owls in here.
Somebody here
like
is possessed by an owl.
Like I make you a superhero or compare you to one? Who you would pick?
Like, I'm going to tell you what superhero I think you'd be, and you tell me what.
Okay.
Are you? I'm going to do you first. I can't. There's not a lot of superheroes. I guess Mystique. Wait, who's the chick with the white hair? With the black hair with the white strand? In X-Men. I just wrote my card up already.
I haven't watched X-Men yet.
You've seen her though, right? The chick with the brown hair with the white right here.
Sorry.
Stop. Oh, she's in Wolverine.
I just recently watched some of it.
Oh, this is sad that I can't think of her name. You're a goner, lady. I can't find you.
I was trying to picture who you were talking about.
Her. Well, she's got both sides here. I could picture you being her.
Oh. I could picture you being... Oh. Ready?
Poison Ivy.
No. I was gonna say... I don't care if she's considered one or not. She's a part of the Marvel universe. I would choose Gamora for you when she's in love with
Star-Lord.
Like that Gamora.
That's such a compliment.
That would be like your superhero.
Gosh.
I could see you doing that. Oh, that was a good
That's
one.
it, yeah. Do you want to do just one more card?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see. What I want to do. What do we want to do?
What you gonna do when I pin the block?
Do I have a surprising secret talent?
Well, if it's secret, then how would I know? I derailed. I'm sorry.
I don't think I have a secret talent or a talent.
Secret talent.
I don't think I have a talent at all. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you have one? Like a special talent that you think is unique? I don't have one. I'm a plain Jane.
No,
You play the piano, you can speak Spanish, you're smart, IQ level high. I got nothing.
Actually, I was thinking of like you're pretty darn quick. You think don't laugh at my bunions. They're not Funyun. Funyuns, but
Oh my god.
focus, Katie. Talent would be technology. Like you're really quick to pick up different TV programs. Wow, computer.
Oh,
You're software savvy.
the generational thing that I was talking about with in the kitchen. Okay.
That's not a talent though. What's that have to do with a talent?
You just said that I was like tech savvy.
Yeah.
Like, that would be like my talent. And you're like, and
What does
I
that have
was
to do
like,
with the K though?
I said it's a generational thing. And
Oh,
remember in
you
the
being
kitchen-
tech savvy. I got you.
And then
Okay.
remember in the kitchen we were
I
talking
mean,
about
that's probably true. Like,
It
okay.
just shows like our generational difference.
Yes, whippersnapper. It does.
Do
Wow.
we want to do
This
and-
is
like
this is
not
a pretty good
another one.
episode.
But do you want to do like a toast? Do you want a toast?
Patience and I made up a new game. We technically made it up in the past, in the future, in the past,
Whoa.
because we gotta use the idea of when we came up with it. That's gonna air later. Never mind when we came up with it. It's none of your business.
It's where we toast to random things.
So we take our water cups, and you toast to just random objects in your life you appreciate. Patience, do you want to go first?
Okay.
All right.
I toast
This
to
is why you raise your cup.
hydrangeas.
Oh.
A beautiful flower that saves the bees.
You're here.
That was a good
Okay.
one. Not like my taco sharks. You'll hear about that later. Secret episode.
Secrecy.
The back rooms, the back files.
The back files, you say. Okay. All right. I would like to propose a toast to fuzzy socks. And how cozy they feel and comforting and there for you when you need them in the
Yes.
winter.
Oh.
Fuzzy socks are eternal. Here's to you.
Here, here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Katie, future Katie, listen. Pay attention. You know how we were talking about a new sign-off?
Mhm.
What if our sign-off was us toasting at the end, and then we say, this
Love it.
is
That's
Gummy
genius.
Buddies.
Oh,
Or this has been Gummy Buddies.
Seriously? Hang on, wait, we gotta do the proper full circle.
Why are you doing it with one hand?
Because it was the handshake.
Oh.
The other hand. Handshake.
Oh.
No. It's a generational thing. My generation's better with the handshakes. Okay.
Ow! So
Third
when
time.
when I clap back in,
Sorry.
when I clap back in,
Yes.
do you want to say and this has been Gummy Buddies?
Okay.
And we just end like that and see how it sounds.
Wait. Can we just have kept that on the recording the whole time and just been like, oh, we just thought of this new thing. Sweet. Okay.
I think you would hate
Why don't
it.
we say it again? All right.
Do you want to do a different toast and just do double
Yeah,
toast?
I want to go, I have an idea. I want you to say your idea. Okay? You guys say be like, oh, like you just remembered the idea and I'll react to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. we
Patience.
can.
Stop everything. You need to go and become a professional actress because that deserved an Emmy. That was so good. I believed you. Do it again.
Katie, I just thought of something genius.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not following.
I am a genius. I don't know what we're talking about.
I knew we were talking about the idea I just came up with.
Okay.
And how smart it was.
And we said to save it, so we are smart. Go us. All right. All right. I got an idea.
What's your idea?
No.
I don't understand.
You say. Oh, I have an idea. What's your idea? Pecan?
I have an idea.
Oh, we're
I have an idea.
You do?
We're gonna
Take us to Broadway. We're so good at this.
We're gonna start doing toasts at the end to end our night.
Yes, we're going to do our toast game, and we'll add it to our encyclopedia of high games. Ow.
And then we're gonna close out with this is
Give me
this has been. We're gonna change up our ending. We've been wanting to do that. So
But no, I know what I'm saying. This bitch. I'm gonna go me buddy.
you said you wanted to change the outro.
No. Patreon. Just Patreon only.
Oh.
I wanted a special Patreon outro.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this. Got it. Never mind.
Got it.
Scratch all this, what we've been talking about.
Don't write it down.
So we gotta go record some Patreon videos.
Yep, so we're gonna start ending every episode with a quick toast each to random, I can English, a quick toast each to random objects. So I'll give us a start. I'm gonna pick my random object of the week, and then we'll sign off. One more toast for me, I got this. I would like to propose a toast and raise your glass in thanks to microfiber underwear. Why am I going through the entire closet? I don't know why I'm thinking of clothes.
Oh, let alone microfiber underwear.
The cute, comfy, soft undies that feel like there's nothing there. And when you slide them on, they just slip right on. And, they're so soft.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Seamless. Cheers.
Mine. Oh, what do I want my toast to be?
Wheat or white? Let's get that wheat. You know what I'm saying?
God. I need a toast.
It's attractive.
What do I want?
That golden.
I toast.
Oh. No.
I toast.
I'm here.
To the girl that we love inside of our weed store.
Why can't I remember her? We need to find out her name. She's going to be our special shout out, and she'll never know she's a shout out on this.
She's like the best.
Dude,
So,
to the girl that we
her.
really like with the beautiful
She's so
dark brown
pretty.
hair. She's so cute. Nicest lady on 72nd and Dodge's location for 50 Shades of Green. Best customer service ever. You're our best friend. You just don't know it. Here's to you. All right, guys. Please keep in touch with us. You can email us at
gummybuddyspodcast@gmail.com.
follow us on social media. We're on TikTok and Instagram so far, possibly upcoming soon on the non-Twitters. The youngers, or generational thing, as somebody else says X. So you can check us out on that. Thank you so much for listening to us.
And we hope that your week is amazing.
And Miss Crooks wanted to visit. Right, thank you for being our gummy
Gummy
buddies.
buddies.